Alrighty then, Pisces to the front. How you doing right now? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly reading. This one is going to be for April 14th to the 17th, which should be Monday through Thursday. I'll be back on Wednesday with the weekend readings. Is that it? No, this one's for my Pisces. I'm so sorry about the last bonus readings. I didn't get yours up in time. Somehow I posted Scorpio twice and didn't get yours up there in time, but it did go up eventually. I do apologize. And still you came in right in the middle of the pack as far as how many views you had, which is awesome. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. This one's for my Pisces. Let's see what we got. Okay. We're starting with the Ten of Pentacles. Well, it's a strong start. There we go. Next I have Justice. And then I have the Devil. Okay. All right. That's your recent past or your backstory. Currently I have you with the Seven of Wands, to the Two of Pentacles, to the Tower. Okie dokie. In the near future, we're looking at Five of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, bottom of the deck for this reading is the Five of Wands. What that tells me is that the fiber that's holding this entire reading together, or the undercurrent to it, has to do with the Five of Wands, which is really a very conflicting energy. To me, it feels like this one has a lot to do with inner conflict. Like you are very conflicted about a situation. It also has to do with the sense of competition, but I'm not sure how that plays in yet. Maybe there's a sense of competition that surrounds you right now that's causing this inner conflict. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, the card that's at the center of your read, so if this was tic-tac-toe, this would be the center spot. It plays into the equation from almost every direction, is the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is like you're juggling something and you're having a very hard time. You can't seem to find balance or find a way to balance everything out, right? It doesn't have to mean it's in your love life. I don't know. That's where people seem to take it usually. It could mean that you can't seem to find balance between your work and your home life, or between your friends, or whatever. But there's something in your life right now that is very out of balance, and it's causing everything to seem very off-centered, okay? That's at the center. So we'll start from the beginning, which is the past in this one, and see where we're coming from, okay? All right, so I have the Ten of Pentacles, Justice, and the Devil. The Ten of Pentacles is like the whole enchilada. It has very much, Pentacles have to do with the 3D, things that are tangible, but it's all about being very successful, you know, having abundance, having success, having a legacy. So that's what you opened with, right? So that must have been where you thought you were heading here in the recent past, or maybe what you thought you achieved. Then I've got Justice and the Devil. So something happened here in the past that you feel was very unjust. And I'm with you, it probably was, okay? But you're obsessed about whatever happened. Like you can't let it go. I'm not sure if you're trying to exact your own justice, and that's where this obsession is coming from, or if you just don't feel like other people see how unjust whatever happened was, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Like other people are not blaming the right people for it, or are not understanding that you weren't in the wrong, is how I feel. I don't know, like that's how I feel in my head. Like maybe other people think that it was your fault and it wasn't. So you're obsessed with this justice to try to set the record straight, basically. Okay. We'll see how it plays in. But anyways, these three right here, we couldn't change them if we wanted to, right? Because Tarot's all about telling you where things are headed, and you can try to adjust things, and so that you can get a different outcome if that's what you desire. But these three things right here are in your past, so this has already taken place. However it played out, and however it affected you in the past, is what's affecting the rest of this reading, okay? Possibly the competition is what was at play here, maybe? And you're just, this inner conflict is over the fact that you can't get people to see your side, or see what feels like your innocence or something. Like somebody, like people are blaming you for something that's not your fault, is how I feel about this, but we'll see. Okay, so past that. Now we're in the current. Currently I have you Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Tower. Well, because of whatever happened up here, you're incredibly defensive now, period, towards everybody. I mean, and so you probably should be. Because it feels like people that should have had your back on this just because you said that it was the way it was, didn't. They're taking another side. And that was very painful for you, and it's also what's got you so defensive. With the Two of Pentacles, there's a huge sense of imbalance right now because it's, if you can't count on the truth, then what can you count on, right? I mean, if you can't count on people looking at things for what really happened, then what are you supposed to count on? And it's caused a huge tower moment for you. I get the feeling, as messed up as this sounds, this tower moment was necessary because there was a sense of naivety to you that you needed to lay to rest. Like you were far too trusting of people that you shouldn't, people or situations that maybe you shouldn't have been. And this happened and so that they could try to stop that in you so that it wouldn't take you down a worse road. I doubt that's much consolation right this minute, but that's how I feel about that tower. It was necessary. The tower was, not whatever happened up there necessarily. Okay, there you go. In the near future, what do I got? Five of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So the Five of Cups speaks of loss and regret. That's what it is, which is obvious from the reading we've had so far. That's going to be the outcome for parts of this, right? It just is. The next card being the Nine of Pentacles tells me that I said this tower was necessary currently that you're going through, or it feels like you just went through. It is a catalyst for certain to your growth in independence. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that 2 months ago, you definitely had a feeling overall of needing whatever this situation was far more than you needed to have, okay? You needed it more than you need. Anyways, you felt like you couldn't go on without this, or this was something you had to have. And now you are coming to the realization that you don't have to have anybody's help. You can do this on your own, you know? It's like it's reminding you of who you are to reinstate a sense of independence in you that needs to be there, because you don't need this codependent sense about you. I don't know. There's a different word, but I couldn't find it right then. And you finding this independence or refinding it. I feel like you knew this somewhere deep inside of you, but you had kind of let it slide or something. Maybe it was easier to be in this codependent situation here, but I think you come back into your own as far as your independence goes, and then that's going to render you in this Queen of Pentacles, which is the mini Empress. I mean, it's the best direction to go, right? I think you got a little bit caught up or lost in a fantasy here, it looks like, or lost in a something that wasn't grounded. But as the Queen of Pentacles, that's not the case anymore, or it won't be in the near future. Okay, I have the Five of Wands. Behind that, I have the Empress and the Page of Pentacles. You are the Empress. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's who you are. You're presenting down here as the Queen of Pentacles, which is exactly where you need to be. Somebody who's grounded, somebody who's abundant, somebody who is nurturing and who understands what the world's about so that you can better navigate it, you know? The Page of Pentacles is about you trying to rebuild. I mean, you have to rebuild a sturdier foundation, obviously. The one you had came tumbling down with this tower. It's nothing to be ashamed of. We all do it hundreds, thousands of times probably in our lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Some are more major than others. It's just all part of learning, part of growing and evolving. But it's something that you're having to do, and I think you're trying to take the time to build it quite diligently, you know, correctly, so that it won't fall as easily next time is what you're after. Okay, where I'm at on time. Okay, I've got 3 more. I've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and Temperance. There's a new situation coming towards you with this Ace of Pentacles, and it's something that you really will be able to fully invest in. It's just requiring a lot of patience on your part. Whatever it is that's coming towards you is definitely going to have a healing energy to it and bring you a sense of balance. For some of you, this could actually be a relationship, although I think it could possibly start at work, with work, somehow attached to money. I don't know. It's attached to something tangible is how I feel with this Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you're going to get a new job and that's where you're going to find this person. I don't know, but it does feel like it's all gelling together up here, which is a good thing. That's really good. I hate to tell you that you needed to go through this, but for some reason it seems apparent that that is exactly what happened. You needed to get back to this independent nature. You needed to understand who you were again, because it feels like you might have let that slip a little bit. Okay, you don't need anybody. You want people, you don't need them. Okay? All right, you guys, there you go. That's this week. I hope it helps. See you in a few days. All right, guys, bye-bye. Yeah, where's my thing? There.